Well, that sucked. I got a fucking Windows update. Are you serious right now, Windows? It turned my computer completely off, and then it came back on after restarting. It didn't turn off, it restarted, and I was like, oh, okay. That's weird, my computer restarted, and then what do I see as soon as this fucking screen comes on? But Windows is done updating 100%, give Windows a... I was like, are you fucking serious right now? Oh my god. We probably lost some progress. That's so stupid. A fucking Windows update claimed the progress. Though I did find some things while walking this path that kind of point me in the direction I'm supposed to go to, but it's like you're supposed to be uncertain, right? Though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord, right? So you're supposed to be like, am I doing the right thing? Because Melena's mad at me, but Melena is brought up under the Golden Order and thinks you're bad because that's what she was told would happen if anyone inherited the Frenzied Flame. If you go and prove her wrong by sacrificing yourself and cleansing yourself, right? Damn it, at least it connected. At least it knew that I was unjustly wronged. Unjust. Fuck, dude, we were about to kill that goddamn boss. You gotta be fucking with me. Okay, calm down, current self. Fuck, that sucks. Right back into it. Secret ending, huh? We already found a million hints telling us we're right. And then even a visual clue to be like, you think you're doing something, but you actually have it reversed. But also, if you understand it's like the most stupid, overcomplicated explanation. But I just have to show that Ensha might have... Now I see his quest. Now I see his quest. The fuck? I've never seen Estelle do that before. Teleport right on top of you? My mimic threw a blade in the eye of the monster. That's funny. Alright. Dude, Windows, you did me dirty. I'm gonna blow up. Okay. That is fine. As an indie developer, I'm okay with showing my Discord simply because every Discord I'm in, if it's not related to... Actually, every single Discord I'm in is related to gaming. That's crazy. They all... I mean, you can contribute design notes, right? You can message people. Again, if you work in the industry, that's why I'm able to reason out that there's a hidden... If the 7th ending is in the files, then it can be accessed, right? All you have to do is program it in a way where a random script that seemingly does nothing makes the call at the end of the game when you've beaten the game, right? And you can give it a specific list of things to check for that no one would know. It's in a cipher, it's just a random list of numbers, right? So again, it's like you can hide it. I'm an idiot and I know how to hide a secret ending from data miners, right? So Miyazaki. And the more important thing is the stuff that you can't hide from data miners, they've found, right? But ironically, you have to question the data mined content, right? Why is this cut? Why is that cut? That explains the story. Like, there's so many things that were cut that actually clue you in on the story. Some things I'm sure were cut because it's spoilers, and it's like, this gives away the whole plot. And then some things I'm sure are cut because it's like, well, we gotta take into account people are gonna look at cut content, right? Because they keep removing cut content from the game files. They've done that many times already. They've been removing things. They've been patching the game since the DLC. Let me ask you another question. Why is the 7th ending still in the game file? They've already updated the game 100 fucking times. Why wouldn't they just take that out? Why is it tied to the Path of Enlightenment? A seemingly random to the player ending, right? Until you go on the quest and 100% the game. You cannot proceed without a ring of oath. Oh man, maybe Gideon knows what the ring of oath is. No, he doesn't tell you shit, unfortunately. But I think you're supposed to now go to Round Table Hold. Ensha should still be there invading us, but I think this is the point where he wouldn't be if you didn't pick up the first half, right? So look, he's a black set of armor in a voiceless person, right? Who do we know is voiceless? Who do we know that doesn't talk? Puppets, right? Puppets don't talk. They do the bidding of their masters. These puppets, right? What is a puppet but somebody's soul right? Inside of a physical vessel, right? Very albinoric construct, very fire giant magma pet slime, right? Why does he have gravity magic? Why is he called the Royal Remains? Where would the Royal Remains be? Oh, in that giant society, right? Underground we just came from. He's got to be tied to that quest, right? Turning the world upside down. He looks like an undead. He looks like one who lives in death, but he's not, right? Well, it's all kind of the same thing, isn't it? Take it with you, sunshine. This is the wrong order, but I just had to make sure and walk down the right path. Oh, he gives you a blue thing. You're supposed to kill him at some point. All of his set is blue. So you're supposed to kill him at some point. But you notice how the item was white? That's one thing that keeps throwing me off. I was like uncertain about which items you had to pick up, and then I noticed that even certain white items give you key items, right? Why are all of these key items when Dialos only gives me a blue weapon and white armor? Not key armor, right? Why is the armor a key item, but Dialos's armor is not a key item? What makes him so special? What makes Ensha, right, so special? It's because Gideon speaks for him, and he says...
You. What is it?
What the fuck was that about?
Oh, my apologies for that nasty business. Ensha got rather ahead of himself, it seems. As his master, I'd like to express my regret. But now, Ensha is slain and gone. Finished. Forevermore. Ah, yes. By way of apology, allow me to tender some advice in regard to the half of the secret medallion you possess.
See, story-wise, it doesn't make sense yet.
It lies to the south.
Ah, now it makes sense.
And some of the old village folk have hidden the secret medallion's other half somewhere.
What about that secret medallion?
Of the Albinoryx. It lies to the southwest of Liurnia, below the Alta Clifflands. Some of the old village folk have hidden the secret medallion's other half somewhere.
Huh. Okay. Well, I was already conveniently over there. What happens if I... run it backwards? This is the new Elden Ring. There is a second world backwards through the game where you do everything in reverse order after they give you the medallion to flip the world, and you're actually fixing the world, right? So we do the fire giant. Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it in order. You have to start going chaotically around the place if you do it wrong. We already grabbed everything here. We fought the thing. We know we could skip, right? And it has you return on purpose. And you're supposed to learn about that later. Because sometimes not doing something is doing something. We weren't supposed to go back to Round Table Hold. Ensha was supposed to kill us because we weren't supposed to kill him yet. It didn't make sense. How does Gideon have a line for the North medallion first, right? Unless it accounted for you doing it in reversed order, right? Why, like, it's like, oh, well, you could do it in either order. Well, there's only two ways. Forward or backward with the two medallions. You either get the closest one to the start and then the one at the end of the game, or you get the one at the end of the game and then you go all the way back to the one at the start. That's such a I'm still laughing at that. I want to bring it back because I wanted to talk about it. There was a perspective change that was so funny, but my fucking stream crashed. And YouTube doesn't like when you do more than one stream a day, so this is going to be hidden forever. The only people who will find this are the ones like watching it now and maybe click on my YouTube channel in the next couple days. Now it's like super hidden just because of that Windows update. Windows updated, crashed the computer. It didn't crash because it just went all black real quick, and then the next, it probably gave me a pop-up, but I clicked through it and it was a timer like, hey, we're gonna turn your computer off right now. So now, knowing that gravity is reversed, right? We're supposed to be going backwards. We follow the flow backwards. Everything's reversed. These guys are now the warriors of the sun. Conveniently, they have lightning powers and spears. Huh. And if they're meant to symbolize the sun now, who's leading them but a woman riding a red creature? A woman swordstress riding a beast. Like Marika being the Glowmite Queen riding Radagon, because the Glowmite Queen used the Glowmite Queen's greatsword, right? That was her two-handed sword. Where were the sword women? Oh. Night Maiden and Swordstress Puppet. So if you mix those, you get like a Night Maiden Swordstress, right? That's exactly what Marika is. Right? No. I love phrasing it in the form of a question because then it makes you ask it to yourself. And then you're, of course, smart enough to answer the fucking question, so you're just like, oh yeah, duh. So, we're going through the hidden path. which we now know is the corpse-ridden path because we've been revealed to the truth. Damn, you environmental storytellers are good. That's why there's like a couple corpses right there. It's just to tell you that underneath the Lake of Rot is a bunch of fucking corpses like that. Everywhere that leads into it has a bunch of bodies just piled up to the ground, and then when you go to the basilisk den right at the entrance, that's all it is just a bunch of corpses. What's up, Estelle? So maybe Estelle wasn't supposed to be defeated just yet? Question mark? Or maybe this is supposed to guide... Maybe it's telling you you're not done with Estelle. Ah, yes, that has to be it. I felt like I wasn't done, and you're not, because of the tower. It wants to remind you. Okay. Now I see. I'm like, what the fuck is Estelle still doing here, right? I killed you, didn't I? I mean, you should come to... I did the other... I showed this path in the other playthrough, so it's not as spoilers. Yes. You can come down here first and get the wing. But... you would have asked, who's Estelle? I rolled into every rock. Damn, you're good. I wasn't sure when to fight this boss, but now, fuck, it's obvious. So now I'm sure you have a ton of questions. Who's the Glomide Queen? What are these ants eating the Newman souls for, right? You get Newman souls. Specifically, no matter what, you need that. Hello, basilisks. So what is this? Corpse bodies everywhere, right? The whole floor is corpses. Everything's just consumed death, right? Mixed in with the rocks. Whoa. That would imply exactly what I said before, with the ground being rot underneath the Lake of Rot. This is what it looks like when you drain the lake. So you actually can't drain the lake because it looks like this underneath. This is what you're walking on, just piles and piles of corpses. But you just, your eyes are bare, it's just beyond view, right? They show you in other worlds just outside of it. Ants discovered agriculture millions of years before humans did. These are some smart critters. Just a fun fact to share. There's no particular reason. Subjugation of an ancient civilization. Oh, of course. God damn, that was smooth. I didn't even know where I was going for a second. I was like, this is just where it guided me. And then I opened the map and it's exactly where I wanted to wind up. This is exactly where I wanted to wind up. So, giant white queen, but still small compared to the other giants, right? Because if you look at the giants in the giants mountaintop, their head is about the size of that entire fucking waterfall over there, right? So, this would be like the girl you find here, the large little sister, right? Uh-oh. George R.R. Martin, is that you? That implies incest. And that's when people are going to be upset and not want the story to go that way. And then I go, yeah, well, you got to consider who wrote it, right? Mr. Brother fucker himself, right? I love George R. R. Martin, but like all of his stories very much include that, some form of it. But it's implied, right? Through magical means. It's magic. So, underground society trying to make their own Lord of Lightning. They are water though, so they have to make a frozen lightning bolt, right? There's no way for night to be gold. It is its own thing, right? That's the whole point. All of the answers, right? They just fall into place when you know that she's the Glow-Eyed Queen. Well, I'm pretty sure it's that. Right? Because they can make a feminine body for themselves and stuff their soul inside. Or it could have been the opposite, where it's a younger sister who made a male body and stuffed their soul inside, which explains a lot of the story being, oh, the Temple of Manus Meteor, the guy wants to be a mother and give births to fingers, right? He can't be a mother naturally, but he wants to be a mother. Mikola abandoning their flesh that is a woman of Saint Trina, and then when we find the spirit, it is a man with 4 arms trying to be a god, right? So, another identity crisis between male and female, right? As the alchemy describes. So, because it's like feminine traits is the Glow-Eyed Queen and death. Ancient sexism. Women death. Am I right, fellas? That's like that's essentially what it breaks down to. It's trying to point out the ancient sexism, where it all comes from. Religion. Controversial? Why? That's why certain people wear hijabis, right? It's religious reasons. I have no commentary on it. Practice what you want, as long as you don't harm anyone. But you know how if you've watched this series, you know how I feel. That's all I'll say. So we hit a dead end. We have to turn around. The loop begins again. Now it's a new world, right? A new dungeon. Everything you've missed, you can get on the second pass through backwards. It's like, oh, this would have been where? The Lake of Rot. It looks like blocked off too. Like intentionally stopped up. But it's also just they are using 3D model assets, right? So it's like, of course I could see the rock line. Like I'm like, this pillar right here is just a couple of assets slapped together in the middle of the room. But I love it. Like it's not a knock towards it. It's just my brain understands what I'm looking at. More than just like, oh, it's a video game. My brain unfortunately spoiled it for itself. So I have to read super far into things. Because I'm like, well, I already know how it's made. I make video games and program them. So the magic is a little gone. I gotta pull the magic out of the other places, right? Hey, look. The path guides me to this doorway. If only there were an elevator leading back up to the Tower of Liurnia exactly right here. Wouldn't that be cool? Because then it would be the land is naturally guiding me along some sort of path, right? Oh, I gotta get up there. Right? So you turn around, you start to explore. I'm just looking for blue items though. We'll put this here. Wasn't I just down there? Oh no, this is a different world. It looked very similar for a second. I guess I got turned around. We already ran this loop and fought that boss. So I will skip the walk. Now we go here. Because that's what that little protrusion is for. Was that a blue? No. I do want it. This was from the initial path, but I just didn't grab this shit. And hello, my friend. Couldn't leave the zone without getting every single interaction, right?
Is some customer well?
I'll take your whole stock. Damn, another celestial dude. They really want to hammer home that this path you're on is about absolution. I wonder why. You turn back around and there's the exit again. Under a different light. Literally, it's not as orange for some reason at that distance. Yoink. That's a staircase to nothing. I'm sure there's an allegory there. Oh, and now that you've walked the normal path, you're rewarded with like 1,000,000 fucking items. Huh. That were hidden just to my left a second ago. Wasn't I just walking through here? Oh, but the context is different. Right? Okay. Time to discover that path to my right. The only way to it is through it. Huh. If only I found a way to that path behind me that I can now see. Oh, the game is telling me it's okay. Actually, what you should do is progress a little further right now. You mind, sir? I am currently present me. I am now past me and present me. And also I am now future me saying, hey, future me here, can past me within current me send down the elevator to myself? Thank you. So, why does it matter? Did you see it? How do you get there? It's okay, future you. You'll find the answer. Don't get stopped looking for the answer. Just push through it. Right? Don't worry about the people telling you, well, it's down here, so the answer has to be down here to that problem up there. Say, no, 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 no. You actually have to go further than you think in the wrong direction to then turn around and wind up where you want to be. Isn't that right? You gotta get that little secret. Are you eating a rock? Oh no, you're eating a dude who had a rock. Seems familiar, but I haven't been quite here yet. I'm sorry, Ant, but you gotta go. For the story. Golden rune and a rune arc. Blue item. You need all the rune arcs. That was a trigger, wasn't it? So you gotta go find the other ant in the fucking underground of Fia's thing. I walked by it because I felt bad killing it, but I knew in my heart of hearts it had to go. So context is different. Now I am future me, coming back to past me's present location to say hello. Hello. Future me here. Turning into current me for a second. I'm back. I just want to say thank you, future me, for considering to be past me just so that you can help current me as future me. Alright. Now we're not going the same way. Even though we're on the same elevator, we're on a different path. It's almost like there was an invisible path up ahead we couldn't see. And then when we went forward, we went, oh, if we just go backwards along this path, we actually wind up at the same spot, but in a different context. Siegmeyer of Katarina. And now you can push forward because you got all the secrets back there, right? Wow, it's so much easier running backwards through the thing. And it's almost like that ant ambush isn't even a problem, right? Where does the flow take you though? If you say, I am going to continue down, right? I already know, but I just want to show you. What if you continue the line of thinking? Well, I want to go above and beyond. I want to keep going, right? Dead end. This is showing you where the water flows. You finally get your answer. This is where it comes from. There's a coffin, a body, and magic grease. Wasn't there a holy grease above? Why is everything flipped upside down? Why did I get the magic grease at the top near Lindell and the holy grease down at the bottom where I thought the Nox civilization of Frost is with the whole glintstone sky? Wouldn't it be backwards? Shouldn't this grease be down in the Night Noxstellan area and this grease be here near Lindell where we're about to surface towards the capital? That would suggest that the whole fucking world is upside down, but you know, God forbid that's the truth. I wish I could have zoomed the camera in on purpose, but that was just the elevator. Okay. I'm gonna let that one sit for the whole elevator ride. And then you turn around. What are we looking at? Giant protecting the divine towers. Yeah, that is a little weird. And also it's protecting the Ainsel River, man. It's almost like they're protecting it all as part of one giant society. I don't understand why you're here, big man. God, I did a lot of damage to him. I don't want to hurt him. Actually, fuck. The problem is you have to grant them forgiveness through death, and it's a mercy killing, right? They're enslaved right now, but more so than that, they are literally a construct made... How the fuck does he have only half health? I like hit his ankle on the way through. Okay. We can call a timeout on that one. Alright, hold on, timeout. Timeout. That was coordinated. Wish I was that coordinated in real life all the time. Alright. Normally people go through that the other way, right? Normally you could come up through there. Actually, you never come up through there, right? You're normally going through that on your first playthrough down the elevator. You shouldn't be coming up that elevator. That doesn't make sense. It means you're doing it backwards. Why does the game let you do it backwards? Right? Dark Souls is very particular with gating things in particular orders for quests. Why would it let you do that backwards? And why does it tell it to you in the reversed order? Why when Gideon gives you a list of bosses, why is it in the reverse order you should, but when Ronnie gives you this power flipping key is the point where you should flip over the list and then everything gets set right? Hello. O celestial globe, transmit to posterity the wisdom of the moon and stars. Obscure forever the transgressions of the princess. Which princess? Are you talking about Ronnie, or? Transmit to the children, essentially, the wisdom of the moon and stars, which is the ancestors, and obscure forever the transgressions of the princess. Why would you want to obscure forever? That's like they left it upside down or something, right? It's like they left it out of order, hoping no one would ever find it. So if the tower in front of me is the thing that's flipping over, the room I'm in shouldn't have any effect on the room I'm in, right? It's the tower just having gravity switched. Uh-oh. What are the stones falling? A double meaning. Huh. Whoa. The weather changed outside. It was just clearer than that. I'm sure there's no reason for that, though. Well, I won't even acknowledge that also just 100% proves my theory. I'm just gonna say the weather happened to change right when we clicked the button. The odds of that, fucking astronomical, right? But yeah. I'll humor the doubters, right? Sure, that's what happened. All of a sudden, when I put a magical artifact in a world-changing tower, the weather changed because the sun moved or something, right? The clouds were moving. I'll give you that. The wind blew a particular way right when I did that. It happened. It just circumstance, right? And to the doubters I ask, do you normally turn around when you get into the Tower of Liurnia, or do you just run straight to the Grace and flip the tower over? Turning around is the whole point of this story, so, you know. You are doing it, right? If you go there and you turn around and you see that weather change, right? And it's your eyes that perceived it. I can't take that from you. That's your truth right there. Huh. This guy's position makes sense, and this guy, right? Look at the chandeliers. Of course, yeah, whatever. Look at this guy. He's here in the normal world too, right? So if the chandeliers are reversed, that would suggest that like water would flow upward, right? What, could you imagine being underground and then you click a drain and then the water flows upward? That would be crazy, right? Towards the stars. Flying up towards the stars. And imagine if the stars had eyes and they get to like watch that shit happen. That'd be crazy, huh? That would be madness. Wouldn't it? It would be enough to drive a motherfucker crazy. I'm gonna be right back. Actually, we're gonna do this one little bit real quick. Ready? We're in the upside down, right? We're in the upside down. We're in the upside down. So why can't we get to this tower? Right? In the right side up. Why do we have to go through the upside down to get to the tower to get the rune of death, right? What's the symbolism of that? Oh, the weather. It's part of the cutscene. Oh, so I guess it was supposed to happen, huh? Maybe the weather is something you should take note of. Huh. It's raining up here. Like a ancient storm or something. Huh, it's encrusted on the side as if there were more lands here at some point, but after countless wars, the lands were segmented and hidden away in shadows. And there's whole other kingdoms like Limvel and shit. Would you imagine a place named Limvel? Very slightly similar to Limgrave, home of the birds, right? Blue, frost, water, death people. Could you imagine that? It'd be like the rain, like the local reigning royalty would be like night. My family needed help. Also, they pointed out the irony to me that I became the Elden Lord the day that Easter happened. Right? I forgot it was Easter. I walked out of it and I was like, I am the Elden Lord. And my family was like, it's Easter Sunday. I was like, I'm literally saying I am the Lord risen on the Easter Sunday, dog. What the fuck? That's blasphemous as hell. And then the Pope died. Oops. Accidental second coming. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to kill the Pope. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't kill the Pope. He died from sickness. They know why he died. You can't blame it transcendentally on me. You cannot blame it on my transcendence. It doesn't actually work like that. But it is funny how that shit lined up. Correlation, causation, right? Oh, that it correlates by day, but it literally has no connection. It's just a funny circumstance. Right? That you have to watch out for. I wonder how many times that has happened. But again, there's like so many designers in this game that I was like, I wonder how much is circumstance and how much is genuinely like one of the thousands of people going, I want to make this look like this because of this meaning, right? I think it's gonna be more impactful. It's like a oh fuck. All right. We're gonna hopefully tank this next shot. Damn. If I actually waited a second. About here. I got you right where I want you. And this is how to beat the Godskin Noble. Oh, yeah. That works in every single boss room that he's in. Find the thing he gets caught on. Congratulations, you can do it. Alright, so. And we're moving on now. Pretending like it didn't happen. And that's like the 19th time I've done that. It's not impressive to me, and I hope I've helped someone else beat that boss. Just get him far enough behind the wall that when he goes to roll, you can just run around the wall, and then he'll catch himself on it, right? He's an idiot. He rolls completely forward until he hits you. He will not hit you. Though I will say that he can hit you through the wall, as you saw, and it is harder to space out, so if you get pushed away and you miss an opportunity, don't hate yourself, right? It's not the end of the world. You just wait a couple seconds and then he'll do it again. And then just go behind the wall the other side. Done. You beat Big fucking Noble. The big guy, the spinny dude, I'm good at fighting him, but I understand if people have trouble with that. He can just kind of throw hitboxes in any direction regardless of where walls and shit are. And in the arena, in Farum Azula, he can break the entire side in one move. Like all 3 pillars in one side with just one move. And it's like multiple moves can do it. Like the big black flame explosion and the whirlwind if you spaced them wrong. Like there's like 3 different things you can do. We witnessed it firsthand in my playthrough. He's tough. They're all tough. Okay. Where are the fingers but below? Temple of Manus Meteor. Ah, no, it's Manus Celeste. So, if Meteor, Mother of Fingers, that would be Celeste, Father of Fingers? Interesting. symbolically. Not a real title or any character, just Celeste is the name. Manus Meteor in the DLC is where Meteor, the Mother of Fingers, is underneath. So if Manus Celeste is the same, or Cathedral of Manus Celeste is the same name, it's like celestial, then yeah, the sun fingers, the fingers missing. That's the three fingers? Is that the three fingers buried underground? That kind of explains it. I was about to say, well, it'd have to be underground somewhere. And it is. And there would have to be three fingers related to fire and the sun, because Celeste, right? Or Manus Meteor. This is dark celestial, though. So, these are blue fingers underneath that she goes to. And the ones we have are white. All of the fingers look the same except Ronnie's, which leads me to believe it's the underworld two fingers, right? Two fingers pointed downward towards the underworld. It's reversed gravity, so they could be pointed up, because up is down in this reverse world. So I needed to turn the tower. Fortisax, Renala, Moog. No, Fortisax. It flows better to go from Estelle up to here. And then you drop down and you wind up here, which tells you to go to Moog before Renala, right? Yeah, yep. That's why you gotta reverse it. It's easy to get it mixed up. So now we're in the upside down. What do we just not take the... Hold on a second. Fuck, it does point... Moog's Arena does point to Fortisax. So this is where the list reverses. So you cannot run back down. If I remember correctly, there's no way to re-enter. You're supposed to go from here to the round table hold or somewhere else, right? So they want you to teleport, right? They want you to really think about this world right now, location-wise. This is super important, right? This is actually the path breaking point. If you fuck this up, you fall off the invisible path, right? This is the astrologer's invisible path's first step. We are underground, above ground. It's confusing. We just put the tower. The world is upside down, right? It's that simple. So up is down and down is up. The fire giants is now up. Morgoth, Moog's Illusion, Rykard? Why is Rykard there? Doesn't make sense. Morgoth, Moog, Rykard, Bale the Dragon is what it's listed as right here. That's really far in the future. Okay. We've flipped the world. The whole world is upside down. So, here. It's telling you to go to Renala. Because that's the next thing you see. As soon as you leave the tower, to the right there is Renala. So... fucking damn, dude. I I think I ran through the Estelle dungeon backwards because it just loops so well. No, that's still... You need to read the writing on the wall, right? Because everything else so far has been... Or maybe not. Maybe because you're in the reverse world, you need to have it flow perfectly. Maybe? Well, no, because you still do that. You need every interaction for absolution. You need to teach your player. It's the only thing that teaches you about the ring. It's... If you are uncertain about it, that's how... As soon as I'm, like, starting to question things, but I'm very clearly on a path, I'm like, okay. That's the whole opening line, right? You're gonna be uncertain, but you're just walk forward, right? If you're uncertain, just walk forward. This is what you need to do. You cannot teleport through here. It really wants you to think about where you have to go, right? 2 options for normal people. 3, actually. 1 option... The quest you want to go to. Selfishly, you just go out of order to whatever one. Maybe you didn't do Rykert yet. You want to do Rykert. Or you really like Selen, so you just rush over there, right? We're headed there, but not right in this second. You'll see. Oh, and you return with the Philosopher's Stone so you could bring... That's wild, if that's the indicate... Are you supposed to marry Selen? Nah. This is very... This is hinting towards you marry Selen with the way you have to do this. But no, you have to marry Rani. Right? For all of the endings to be absolute. Right? I have like a list here, and then a secondary list, and then a third list in the orders that Gideon gives them to you, and I've been flipping them around based on which time you flip the world upside down. A lot of things change depending on which order you do the last bosses. But this is the thing they wanted you to realize yourself. Melania, Mikola, Marika, right? Marika, Mikola, Melania. You could do them in any order. You could do Marika, don't choose an ending, go back, do Melania, and then you go into the DLC, you kill Mikola. Or you could not do Marika, you could do Melania, then you go into the DLC, kill Mikola, then you fight Marika, and choose an ending, right? Or you can choose an ending with Marika, go fight Mikola in the DLC, come back to the base game, and fight Melania. Which we did. It doesn't make sense, right? You could do those last 3 in any order, so you would have to decipher which order to do them in, right? I think I know. I have it listed here in an order for lore reasons. But again, it's not just me walking forward and assuming. I have faith in the developers, right? He's just like me for real. Thank you. I think you marry Selen. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say a controversial take. I'm a dumbass. How did I not grab the grace? I walked right over it. Okay. So we leave the tower, right? So it literally makes you think, but wait, we flipped the tower over, right? And we teleported out of the tower. Is that the flipped over upside down tower? Or is that the upright normal tower? The answer is yes. My frenzied flame fanatic. You flipped the world upside down. Didn't you, America? The whole thing. Your own order. The order of night, right? There's no sun down here. There's only the Erd Tree. False skies, right? That's what your ancestry is. Convenient that all of the sunflowers point towards the Erd Tree, huh? So I don't get it. Were we in the upside down world, or are we now in the upside down world, or is the tower the upside down world? Well, allow me to get your answer. Let's flip it back over and set the natural order of things right, huh? Returning with the elixir, the philosopher's stone, the half and knowledge we need. You definitely need to get the Halig medallion from the upside down, don't you? Huh. Oh, there's a little weird. So, now we go get your answers. This wasn't here, right? If I push this up, there should have been a hole right here. Or there shouldn't have been a hole. There was a drop right here in the upside down world. The elevator is a little bit different. Right at the start, there's one little difference that makes you question everything. But the elevator echoed through my mind. But the elevator, it's upside down. Huh. Wasn't there an item down here? Oh yeah, it's up there. He's hanging for dear life because he's trapped in a world where gravity was reversed as if it happened by surprise. Like they weren't ready for gravity to get reversed all of a sudden on them, and the whole world got fucked up because of it, right? Someone turned the whole world upside down without knowing that it was gonna happen. They couldn't prepare anyone. Isn't that right, the person we just killed in the underworld? How are you still alive? Right? How are you a phantom spirit here in the overworld, and I killed you in the underworld? You should be dead, right? We killed Ensha, gone forevermore. Miriam, how are you alive? Well, if you're Celavis, right? You're a puppet somewhere. If you're a preceptor, that means you're just a puppet. Like these guys, right? That's what the puppets look like when you summon them. Ah, the Carian nobles with their blue blood and their blue symbols. I mean, that first guy was enough, but we gotta go to the top of the tower. That was cool. I will give you that, Miriam. I think you could chase them around forever, so it's best to just get them out of the way. And get up here. If they teleport too far, I don't... Yeah, okay. Like, you might have trouble seeing them, but... Like, I don't see them. But this guy right here gives you the answer. Gravity's upside down for the man. Why is he stuck to the ceiling? Why is he stuck to the ceiling? Why is he stuck to this ceiling, right? What happened here? Almost as if someone turned the entire world over. These guys weren't ready for it, that's for sure. Look at that guy. It's like he was in the upside down, and someone turned the world over, and he fell from above. Oh. That's the elevator we jumped down up onto when we got to the bottom top of the last upside down tower that we are in right now. It's the same world, but gravity's inverted. Like Radon holding back the stars, turning the gravity over on your home planet is light work, right? That's bitch made. Oh, cool. You can turn the gravity over on your planet. I can hold all of the fucking stars still. I killed the guy that did it, right? He did it through his sheer willpower. That's kind of epic. But we beat him through sheer willpower in a soul level 1 build. So who has the superior will eventually, right? In celebration of the festival. Who's Radon's mom? Oh yeah, Renala. This tower's owner. Huh. So you get to the top of the tower, but the only thing you do is learn up there? Nerd. So, we sent the elevator up to the floor above us, right? That is the floor, and that is the finger that we fight, right? There's the statues all along this hole, and there's water. So if we flip the tower over, we should see water above us, and there should be a wooden floor, right? That's how that works. Tower flipped, water above us. Thank you. We had to get him up there. Water above us, wooden floor below. Wait a minute. That isn't quite how I left it, but I'm not going to think about it. Now, just to tell the game I'm really onto them, where have we experienced something like this before? Where we're in a world that's not quite the world that we've experienced the first time. I am going to silently walk through this dungeon. You may notice things start to change. I'm just going to say, hello, goblin guys. Everyone dislikes these dogs in the first room, right? Okay. So it's a dog here. Actually, this will help, right? This will help with keeping the organization of things. Did he jump off? That answered that question. Okay, so that's very obvious now. One goblin guy dead up here, one goblin guy dead down there, right? Pretty obvious. Also, this is a pretty long elevator ride, huh? World. Second world. Like the fucking bat cave, dude. So you go down the same length, but now we're not in the world we were just in. Huh. That's not a door. Wait, so everything is backwards down here? No. Oh my god. I tried to catch myself on the pillar right there. I'm not ashamed. Honestly, that I deserve that one because it's kind of glitching out. When I'm keeping my momentum where I want by hitting the wall and turning my sprint. It's how I normally change position faster than the enemies, right? Like if I do this, right? I'm staying in place, but I can control the camera, right? Take me. It's healing me. So. Things reversed. That's strange. Where's the other catacombs that's like the perfect dungeon for the example? I think it's actually down here, so I'm not even gonna trip on it. It's like Azuria. Oh my god, Oriza's hero grave, is that it? Or is it the side tomb? One of these, I think, has the exact layout of the upside down world that I'm talking about. I have it in my mind, I just don't remember exactly which dungeon. Yeah, Oriza's side tomb. Yes. Okay. So this is going to show you I'm right. Right? Because you have eyes and you're watching this fucking stream and now you will be forced to see what I see, right? We're at the Grace. Here's the entrance, right? We're going to start from walking in. So you have a visual of where it's at. Also, look, there's Radagon's head way over there. Anyway. I'm just kidding. Any of those could have been Radagon's head. We enter the Grace. There's the boss room. We turn right. Right? And then we got a little square room here with a window. Right? You go through. And there's a treasure chest here. That would have teleported you somewhere. But we're not quite there yet, right? So. Or I actually think that would have been better to trigger it. Let's jump through the window. I'm going to say that again later. Remember, jars. Oh, I should have cracked the jars, unfortunately, because it tells a story. Okay, so you jump through the window, and ahead of you is the lever you need to flip, right? Okay. Seems simple enough. You just got to go around to that walkway. Oh, boy. You don't know the depths of your ignorance, right? So, I'm talking to myself, of course, because I'm doing this all on purpose. And that's the whole point, is I know I don't know where the fuck to go right now. So these guys blow up. Right? Let's hit this. I might die because of that guy. Ensnared in a transport trap. Oh. Well, I'm just above where I was, right? I was just down there. I hear the footsteps of people, so surely they're around. Right? So through this door to my left should be the switch. Wait a minute. You're not a switch. Where did you put it? Where are you hiding my switch, game? It was right through this doorway. I'm so sure of it. In fact, anyone who told me it wasn't through this doorway, I would have called crazy. But now you're making me feel crazy. It's like I'm in a world similar to the first one, but not quite the same. Okay. I'm gonna leave. This is bothering me to a point where I need to get out of here. This is spooky. Wait. Where's the exit? Who the fuck are you? Isn't that the way I came from originally? I guess I have to turn around now. Maybe it's down here. Nope, another ambush, and if you kill that guy before, you'll be like, why are you back? I already killed you. Or reversed. He wasn't even there the first time. Is the other? It might have been another guy. But wait, I'm back here. But wait, there's a ladder through the doorway now. How do I get to the ladder? Right? If you didn't know about the secret path, you would have hit this switch. Right? You go to what looks like the end without finding the astrologer's secret path. But where do you truly go, right? Let's think about it story-wise. Oh, man. We're in the jail cell, but wait. It looked like it was bad. It is not bad. Now there's a ladder here. There wasn't a ladder here in the overworld. I just remember that. But there's a ladder here now. We skipped a whole big puzzle, right? Why is this ladder here now when it wasn't here when I entered the dungeon? Where does it take me? To the secret that I needed to beat the game. But wait. Where's the ladder I just came down? Or where's the ladder I just went up? But wait! That doesn't make any physical sense. I walked straight here. Through the ladder. Jarman, what did you do with my ladder? The only explanation is, you were in a world very similar to the first one, except it wasn't quite the same. It, in place of the ending, had a trap. And when you go to what used to be the trap, it's now the secret ending. So where does this take me, right? Surely it takes me to Jarman. Right? No, this has to take me to the ladder, right? Because if I'm a loyalist to the Golden Order, everything has to be in perfect order. There's no ladder here. That means the world is not the world I thought the world was. What? Okay. And the only way out is the way that I came back through. That's tricky. How the fuck was anyone supposed to figure that out? It's not like they made a dungeon that literally does the thing for you. So, there shouldn't be a ladder. And the ending, where Big Jarman was, should be fine, right? There should be no Big Jarman. Hey, where's Big Jarman? Who put this chest here? Fuck it. Oh, darn it. Where am I? This looks familiar. Isn't this that chest I dodged at the start? Well, that would mean that there's jars in this next room, and it goes up to the Grace. There should be a dead guy up here, right? No. Huh. It's almost as if there was like a world upside down. It's like the same world, but now the world has a different meaning just because like one thing is out of place. It makes you question everything. It makes you question your sanity. The only logical explanation is that the world isn't as it seems to be, right? Damn. If only I could tell the world through my actions. I know that it's fucked up, and I want to flip it back over.